Greetings, everyone. We're back for part 2 of Banner Saga. Last episode, we arrived here in Strand and dealt with some rebels, it seems, and then the Prince of the Varl and the Prince of Men both showed up, and we chatted with them a little bit. And well, we're getting ready to go into the Great Hall. And I think speak to the governor of Strand again, I think. -1 supply. Okay. At dawn, you're awoken by the delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Dawn is hard to tell when the sun never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised. To your mild surprise, even. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. The guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Mogr steps forward. Wagner's quartermaster. Or Mogr? I think it's Mogr, not Mogr. Mogr and Wagner. Yeah, Mogr steps forward. Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to part. We're ready. You follow Mogr and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to leave her into the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well. Okay, so this is Strand. So, best part of this game is the overland map between sections. You get to look at all the pretty landscape, and you've actually got a little caravan with a banner that progresses. We have 66 days of supplies, 34 renown. Our morale is great. We're on day 2. Caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Mogr, cracking open mead casks. From our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. I'll drink a little bit. You go easy. You've nothing against a good drink, but if anyone is going to keep an eye on things, it may as well be you. Revelers and eventually fall asleep without incident. Cool. You rise groggily. The campsite, a casualty of merriment. Mogr is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, he nods Wagner. You're needed. Ah, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on a map. This is the map of the world. You can store it by dragging the mouse to pan and using the mouse wheel to zoom. The location your caravan located here is by Ubin's icon. Okay. The world map is covered with many locations and holds much lore. You can explore the map at any time, clicking on locations for more information. Holy hell. So we're here in Vedderfell. Named Bad Weather, the gales that blow in from the bay around the mountain peaks came Vedderfell generally an unpleasant state. What really cemented the name was the kind of person who would live there, men cast out from Strad for one reason or another, with nowhere else to go. So there's Dangler's Bay. So this little, yeah, this little town here. Okay. Wow. Huge map. Huge map. Oh my goodness. What's this? Constellations. Well, the constellations at one time represented not only the gods, but a way to navigate the sea at night. Since the gods have died, the stars are nothing but random, faint patterns. Frozen tombs. The cardinal directions. Early did mankind begin sailing up and down the coast, but also out onto the vast, searching for new continents. One of the many secrets the early sailors learned was the sunstone, which helped them deduce the direction they were sailing, even when the sun was shrouded by clouds. It's talking about how the Vikings learned to navigate. That's cool. So, probably not going to go through, like, all of this map. Not going to lie. We're heading to Grafheim, so let's look at here. Grafheim, the last home of the Varl and seat of their power, founded by Arnfinnr, the second Varl king. The Varl have moved around a lot. Most consider Grafheim their capital. The deeds of Varl are honored here, and all warriors of Earth are buried at the foot of the two spears, where they are said to become part of the Varl Smarch itself. Right. Varl's March looks like this big mountain range here. Cool. So maybe as we're heading to Grafheim, I think we'll handle the map here is as we move around, maybe our caravan gets moved around to the different parts of the world. We'll look at stuff around us. Let's see, so there's the Vardfell, the last gate. The crossing of the small bridge leading from Vardfell onto the Wandering Road marked a small but significant moment in which the Varl truly separated itself from humanity in search of their own lands. The Wandering Road. At the end of the First Great War, the Varl had more to contend with than mankind to the south, above the Bratabrek. That's a name. Above the Bratabrek peaks, the lands crawled with furious, war-minded dredge. The first Varl king, Einar, led the entire Varl race across the snowy fields of the Wandering Road, sweeping away dredge as they went, before forming the first Varl kingdom of Einartoft. Hron? Yeah. Hron, I believe. The long snowfields, tall mountains, and sparse woods of Hron used to be the gathering place of dredge during the Second Great War. As Varl pushed them ever northward, they took the land and settled it themselves, preferring the cold expanses over the warm, busier lands of men to the south. Now the territory is almost entirely Varl. Okay. There's the Hanged Man. Let's do the Hanged Man, and then we'll get moving again. A curious formation of a peak straddled on two sides by natural passes. The singular snow-capped summit between them stands lonely and alone. Okay. So looks like we're heading north. We head north, then east, past the forts. Grafheim's far from Strad. Going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Luden. Why not take the ships to Skirminstrad? Hold on, I gotta... Skirmirstead. Why not take the ships to Skirmirstead? What's the point of marching? Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skirmirstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge, Prince. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Luden exhales through his nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Wagner. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off to. Luden's got a shorter wick than Hakan. Thanks, Wagner. Let's get moving. Another half-deer to Verdfell if we're lucky. Camp is where we manage our caravan. During travel, we can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any character in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of campsite when you're ready to get back on the road. Okay, so we've got rest, training, and heroes. We've got someone that leveled up, I believe. Gnolf leveled. Yeah. Okay. So Gnolf has a promotion. He's a warhawk. When Ubin became the Royal King's tax collector, he was given an entourage of bodyguards to help transport gold collected across Huron. Gnolf is the only one from the original group still alive, and for good reason. I love his beard. It's so cool. Click the button to learn about the unit's abilities. So he has Tempest. At rank 1, it hits 2 enemies. At rank 2, it hits 3 enemies. And at rank 3, it hits 4 enemies. The character uses his massive weight to sweep his weapon around himself, hitting multiple adjacent targets, friend or foe, for normal strength damage. Tempest triggers the character's passive ability, Heavy Impact, which in turn can cause a chain reaction of destruction if used in close quarters. Keeping this character out of harm's way until late in the fight will maximize his effectiveness. Okay, Heavy Impact. The character hits so hard that an enemy standing adjacent to his target on a strength attack take 1 strength damage from the shockwave. Hitting a large target like a Varl or Dredge who takes up 4 tiles could potentially cause an impact across many more victims than hitting a single target. Oh, so he's basically got cleave. That's basically what that is. He's basically got cleave. Oh lord, what did I... Okay. So let's take a look at some of these stats. So abilities, unique powers that the class wields. Armor blocks damage. Your strength minus their armor equals damage. Okay, great to know. Strength is both damage and HP. If strength drops to 0, the unit falls unconscious. Willpower is spent to move further, hit harder, and perform your ability, but it does not replenish. Exertion is the amount of willpower you can use on any given action. And break is the amount of direct damage you can naturally do to break an enemy's armor. And then points available indicate how many stat points are available. Okay. So let's promote him. Greatest warriors in the battlefield are those who live past their first battle, start a journey down the path to legend. Higher stats and increase of item rank. Are you sure you want to promote for 5? Okay, so renown we get from battles. We have to keep a track of this. So we have 34. We might as well upgrade him for 5 renown. We get 2 points. 2 points. I think so. With this, we want to like save this guy until kind of later on, and we just want him to kind of be a beat stick in a way. I'm going to up his willpower 1 so we can use his ability more. And I'm going to up his strength more. He got 2 promotions. I'm not going to promote him yet. Let's close. I think this is for items, which I don't think we have any of. Let's go back. So who do we've got? So we've got him. We can still bump him up. We've got Luden. Impale. The character skewers his enemy, dealing normal strength damage before kicking them away, doing knockback and causing them to bleed if they move on their next turn. A target who is bleeding will take 1 strength damage for each tile they move, which can be especially deadly for enemies that are moved against their will. Okay. Embolden. Each kill the character makes encourages allies to fight harder, granting 1 willpower to the unit and any adjacent allies. Okay. Cool. Hakan. Rank 1. He's a War Master, eh? Alright. Oh, hold on. Before I forget, we should go back to Luden while we were reading the lore. Luden is the Prince of Men, the first heir of a vast kingdom. Though disliked by peers and rivals on account of his highborn attitude, few question his intelligence, combat skill, or courage. Okay. Hakan. Hakan is something of a legend in Varl culture. When he met Wagner, it was during the Second Great War, in which the two became known for cutting a swath through Dredge, where others were struggling to just stay alive. Wagner was always the charismatic leader, but there was no question about which of the two would win in a fight. Alright. So what do we've got? Sundering Impact. The character hits even harder than your average warrior with no chance to miss. He can wreak havoc with additional +1 strength. With an additional +1 strength, and also adds 1 break damage to the target, plus bonuses to heavy impact. Sundering Impact is best used when carefully positioned to impact many enemies around the target as possible in a single strike. So it's just a hell of a mollywop. It's just a big old bonk. I'm just gonna hit you, and I'm gonna hit you even harder. Okay. Interesting. Monger. Ooh, he's got a mace. Monger is an old hand in Varg culture, long on the front line of the fight against the Dredge. He's had the occasional brush with leading a clan of his own, but eventually settled well into commanding Wagner's personal army of Varl warriors, and is highly respected among them. 14 defense. So this guy's our anvil, and this one's our hammer. All right. Do we level up Gnolf to rank 3? I think we do. I think, why not? Yeah, I think why not? Why not? And we don't. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Like I said, I've played a little bit of this, so I don't really need to run through training here and do like a mock battle. We have great morale right now, so I don't think. Excuse me. I don't think we need to rest either. So we're just gonna go. We're gonna push it. Bard fell.
Even the
Vedfell.
name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Look, we've got our party. I like it. I like it. By Etherborg, that's a lot of varl for some missing cattle. What? A couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boy's seen men up the hill carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Scalfings out here, maybe? Could they have Varl working for them? Not from what the governor told me. Going to take a look around and get camp set up. Peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting around about the caravan as it sets up tents. We'll be here for no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of varl? Are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up. Hear that? Where's Luden? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and... something else. Hakan takes off at a run. Uh-oh. Did Luden start some shit while we were here in town? Oh! Now select the next weapon. This is often used when we need to avoid certain tiles. No! No, I don't want to confirm the move. He's scary. No! Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Click the top right banner to compare your stats with the enemies. Okay, we can do that, or we can just press the up arrow key. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher than your strength, there's a 10% chance that attack will be deflected. Notice the chance to hit was shown above the attack button. Attack the enemy's strength. Ooh, deflected attacks deal no damage. From here on out, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor is equally important. Oh god. Howdy there, big boy. Only one, eh? I'm gonna move him up. Oh god. So we need to be careful about Gnolf. He doesn't really break much armor, unfortunately. Me be. Oh my god. He hit so hard. They're gonna take on. They're gonna kill Gnolf. Oh no, he broke his armor. Nice. Run. Using the horn will give 1 willpower to the active ally. Okay. Bring the pain. Breaks an enemy and pushes enemies for retaliating. Yeah, break some goddamn armor on this guy. He's so beefy. He is so beefy. Good lord. We're so close. We are so close. Start to drop that armor. Holy shit. Shield Master, nice. I mean, not nice. We took some wounds here, I think. Okay, injured. Oof. I gotta be careful with these bigger guys. They're I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. You never seen a dredge before, boy? What kind of idiot break their armor first? Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hakan goes to where Wagner lies face down. The future Varl king lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Wagner's dead. Chapter 2. cut with a keen-edged sword. Oh, we have a new character. Where did that thing come from? Shh. Stay close. I think it saw us. Oh, it took our deer. Rook and Owlette. We've got Rook and Owlette, eh? So Rook can move through allies. Mark prey. Does armor breaking damage. All allies within range attack the marked target. Okay. Careful. Don't get too close. You can move to there. Is there a way? Okay, click and drag anywhere on the screen to move the screen, the horn. Yeah, shift bar, stat matters, options. Not a lot of options. Okay. So you can move to here. So if we move to here, oh, Rook has a bow. Indicate the range of a unit's attack. Archers like Rook and Elite have a much longer range than melee. Oh, Rook has a bow. Thread the needle. Hits all units between the archer and the target, dealing bonus armor break damage. Okay. We're gonna lower this thing's strength by a ton. No, leave her alone. Okay, we're doing okay. We'll move away because she's an archer, and then we'll attack. We'll drop its strength by another point, or its armor by another point. It really wants to put the beating on her. Those lying dead at your feet would regret ever crossing your path if they weren't dead. Okay, he's a hunter. +3 renown. Before we get moving on this, I think this is a good place because we did just do two maps. We're at about at the half an hour point. We're gonna end this part here, and when we come back, we're gonna see what's going on with Rook and Owlette.